Hey everybody, Jimmy Two Jackets here on the Smile channel. Wanted to put together a quick video. So let's get right into it, shall we? This is for the new player just starting out, and we're going to go right across the board threes. That is a nice base place to start. It's going to give you an even character. You can grow all these skills as you play. So to get started, this is a good base place to start. We're going to start with melee weapons at medium, archery at medium. Where there's two weapons we're going to craft. You'll see towards the end of the short video how to craft those and how to use them as well. Running and endurance, we're going to even those out. Very comparable. This endurance level is going to mean that you don't have to eat quite as much, or you're not going to get thirsty as quickly, which is very helpful early on. Down here, we're going to throw everything into stealth. These other ones are great, especially driving. Thievery is a good one too, but not absolutely vital if you're just trying to survive in the beginning and figure out many of the very complicated but I think awesome metrics like your nutrition and everything else. Later on, you're probably going to want to develop a character with some thievery skills, but you can also build this up as you go. So we're going to stick that in stealth. And over here under intelligence skills, awareness and survival. Camouflage, not so important in single player. This is the build. Threes across the board, melee, archery, running endurance, and stealth, awareness, and survival. So here we go. I will see you folks in the air and on the ground. All right. So here we are careening to the ground. I'm going to go into first person because I prefer it. And right away there's a city. And that's what we want to look for. So let's head over there. And here's a little tip. If you're going to want to go in that direction, point this way, not directly at the city because that's going to make you go down. And we're pretty much over it. So right about here, I'm going to hit the F key. What you want to do is look for an area where you can do some looting. Now this might be a mech area, which is not going to be helpful. But that's all right. We'll find a place. There's something over here. So as soon as we get on the ground here, we will begin our crafting journey. Perfect. Oh, nice. So right away, I'm going to go into first person. You can stay in third if it's easier for you. Right here, we're going to find some rocks. And the first time you go through, you're going to get this lady. If you want to go through the tutorial one time just to see what it's like, that's up to you. I can tell you from my experience, it doesn't teach a lot. Here's what you do. Hit track, go back in, untrack, and she is gone. Here we go. Rocks. This time we got enough rocks to craft a knife, so we're going to do that. Right up here, open your tab menu, go up to the farthest upper left, and you're going to make a lot of these as you play. So get used to it. And I like to come out of the crafting menu, take a look around, make sure nothing's coming at me. Then you go back when you're done, when the time's up. Let's pick this bad boy up. And a little tip, little pro tip here. You don't have to keep running from rock pile to rock pile. If you don't get the number of rocks you need or you want more rocks, just keep circling around till you get that. And I'll show you here right there. Same rock pile. And got all these rocks. Oh, I heard something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's get to it. That's what happens in this game. Start yakking, start enjoying the scenery, and bad things happen. I think I had a bush right here, but I got scared by that noise, so I ran away. So with our stone knife, what we're going to do is we are going to make some rope. And you can use that cutting your clothes into rags, which some people tell you to do, and it's not a bad thing, but I like to keep my clothes for as long as possible. Sometimes you land in a cold area, and what we're going to do is we need 5 sticks to make some rope, and we only have 3 short ones. We need 5 short sticks. So you're going to right click on this, cut into small sticks, and our stone knife once again becomes our lifesaver. So as that crafts, I take a look around, make sure nothing's coming at me, and now we have plenty. So again, opening the tab menu, go over to crafting, and right down here under items, you can see the relationship there, how far it is. We're going to go to tree bark rope, and we are going to craft that. That's going to take just a second. The first thing we are going to craft is let me back up here. We are going to craft an improvised backpack so we have more inventory. But the thing we want to have first, just to keep ourselves safe, Right here you'll find a long wooden stick. If you didn't get one on this bush, then run to another one and get one of these. Hover your mouse over it, right click and right. No, we don't want to do that. Sometimes it does this. This is another little pro tip. See, like we can cut this into an improvised wooden spear. Oh, I guess we can make a stone one because there happen to be stones in the area. If you're lucky enough to get that, that's great. But either improvised wooden spear or improvised stone spear. Let's make that so we have something in our grubby little paws should something come upon us here. I don't see anything coming, but I know there's lots of baddies over there. Again, remember to pick your things up. Crafting doesn't automatically put it in your menu. Remember that. I don't know how many great weapons or other items I've lost because I went to craft or do something and it dropped my weapon on the ground, or I crafted something and forgot to pick it up and it was gone. So here we are. Improvised spear is in our holster. The way you can get that out of your holster, you see it down there at the bottom of the screen there in the hotkeys. That's 1. Just hit 1 and it's ready. But we don't need it right now. So we're going to hit 1 again and get rid of it. What we are going to do, what happened to our rope? Oh, we used it for this. That's okay. That's why we were to do it. I made the rope first. But there you go. You got a stone spear. Not necessary. You can survive easily with just a wooden spear. Let's cut this bush down. But it just so happened I made the rope first, which meant it offered me the option of making a stone spear. Either way, stone spear is a little bit better, but not necessary. So again, we're going to get to practice our rope making skills. We have a spear now, and we are now going to craft an improvised backpack. Hold on a second. I'm doing awareness by holding down the right mouse button. I thought that might be a bad guy, but it was not. Open the inventory, go to crafting. We're going to make another bit of rope, because what we're going for here is this improvised courier backpack. And in a second, I'll, what is this town? Proco? Is that what that says over there? We are going to click on that and see what we need. Yep, so we need some rope, 3 rags, and a stone knife. So we have 2 of those things. Soon we'll get another. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And now we are going to do what is inevitable. We are going to cut our clothes into some rags so that we can get some more inventory and collect a few more things. We only get 2 there. I'm going to cut up my underwear. My underwears, as a friend of mine from Brooklyn likes to say. And we should have 3 rags by the end of this. Yes. So, there we go. I already had it set on the improvised courier backpack. Let's go ahead and craft that. This one takes a minute. Not an actual minute, but it takes longer than the other things we've crafted. So keep an eye out. Keep your head on a pivot. So right here we have our improvised backpack, and it's on the ground. And we are going to right click on that, equip it, and look at all that extra space. That is awesome. If you wanted to, you could go now, but here's what I like to do that I don't see in a lot of videos. I like to make a bow. And 2 reasons. First of all, they're my favorite weapons. I love the range thing. It's going to make your life a lot easier, and I'm going to show you how and why in just a second. But before we get into that, let's make some more rope. Use a lot of knives and rope in this game. And we're going to make a 20-pound bow. Later on, if you find some wire, you can make a 35-pound bow. Let's go ahead and craft this up. Get that rope ready, and then we're going to get up here and get this 20-pound improvised bow. It's pretty close to the stone there. Stone knife. All right, let's pick this up. So here we go. We're going to make this. And I believe we have a long stick over here, so we should be able to make that bow right away. Yes, we can. There it is. You know, this, you probably noticed this, but when this turns bright yellow, it means you are good to go on your crafting. Keeping an eye out for bad things. All right. Said my item was destroyed again. I don't know why. It just dropped it. I wonder, they just had a patch, and I'm wondering if something is not right. There we go. So now that automatically put it in my holster in the 2 slot. Now a bow is not very useful without arrows. Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? There we go. Get that cursor on there. Cut this down. Keep an eye behind us. This is sometimes where I like to go into third person. You get a little bit more view. So now open your inventory again. You see all these sticks on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and cut these long sticks up. And we are going to make some very simple arrows. Later on when we find feathers, we can make feathered arrows. And when we have some time and get ourselves together and have collected a few things, we can make stone tip. And if we find a drill press and have some toolboxes, we can make metal tip arrows. And if you're fortunate, you'll loot some great arrows. So here we go. I'm not going to make, you can hold up to 12 at a time in one grouping. So we're going to make everything we have here. I'm not going to make all 12, but you get the idea. When you have the time, you can cut down another bush. It doesn't take very long. And how many of these can we make? There we go. So what do you have on the ground here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it right? Yeah, 7. Right down there is your count on the arrows. So there we go. Now we have a bow. And I'm going to run in this town over here. I'll let it the little jog over. But we're going to find a couple of puppets. And I want to show you the difference. All right. There's a puppet right there. He's coming at us. I want to show you. Here's what you do. Oh, you don't get hit. I'm going to keep that in. Because actually, we can do a little bit about how to heal yourself. See now, what is that? 4 hits? I'll have to look at the video. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I'm going to search this guy just for fun. But you saw how many hits that took. A lot. That is the melee weapon. Watch what happens here. There we go. First shot. Now, had that been a regular puppet, it would have been 1 shot, 2 shots at most. Probably 2 most of the time. But that's the difference between the bow and arrow and the melee weapons. It took almost 10 hits to hit that first guy, and we blew that guy up on 1 hit. Got your spear, got your bow, got your backpack, and you are good to go. So, thank you for joining me. I'm going to maybe go try and find this guy's shirt. Little Jean-Luc Picard looking here. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and we will see you again very soon.